Continuing our coverage of the Murdaugh murder trial right now with Ronnie Richter of the Bland Richter law firm. Ronnie is helping us understand potential defense and prosecution strategies and the potential impact of these strategies on the trial. Ronnie, of course, always a pleasure to be with you and get more clarification from you about what we are seeing in the court. Now, today, of course, we heard from Blanca Simpson. Riley and Brendan just talked about her. She was very much trusted by the Murdaugh family. She served at the law firm for a period of time. She worked as a housekeeper and somewhat of an assistant, if you will, to Maggie Murdaugh. Now, today, she, in fact, offered testimony that Dick Harpootlian said was hearsay, but Judge Clifton Newman ruled that this information she provided would be allowed.
Yeah, this is a tough call, okay? So a very important witness, and the context that she offered, and we hadn't heard this yet, is the point of view from Maggie, all right? And you could tell by this witness that she had great affection for Maggie and was deeply saddened by what happened, right? But the testimony that she offered was that Maggie had volunteered to her that they had been sued for $30 million and that she was worried about this lawsuit and that she was also worried that Alex wasn't telling her everything. Okay, so clearly she is relaying statements made by another person, right? That is classic hearsay. That's classic hearsay. So, and from Dick's point of view, from Team Murdaugh's point of view, very prejudicial, right? Because now we're getting into Maggie's state of mind, right? So hearsay is a very complicated rule, but it's basically testifying as to what someone else said who's not present, right? So obviously the statements we're getting in are Maggie's statements, so we're trying to through Blanca. Now, the response is it's not hearsay if it's not being offered to prove what's being said was true. So the comeback was, we're not trying to prove that Maggie actually said those things. We're offering it to show Maggie's state of mind.
Right. Now, this was the first time we heard the word mistrial.
Right.
Were you surprised by the fact that the defense asked for a mistrial?
No, I'm not surprised at all. And the reason they did is because their position is, and I think correctly, Maggie's state of mind is not an issue in the case. All right, so Alex's state of mind is an issue. What was his motive? Why did he commit these crimes, if he did commit those crimes? But to stretch further and say, we're offering it because we're showing Maggie's state of mind, well, that's not really an issue in this case, or is it?
Now, you are, or are you surprised with Judge Newman's ruling, allowing this testimony in the courtroom?
A little bit. I mean, first, it is classic hearsay. There's no question about that, right? So hearsay has 30 exceptions. The most notable exception is if you're not offering it to prove what's being said is true, if you're offering it for another purpose, it's not hearsay. So again, the state says we're offering it to show Maggie's state of mind. But how is Maggie's state of mind an issue in Alex Murdaugh's murder case? So it's a tough call. These are discretionary calls by the judge. He's the umpire. He's calling balls and strikes. This might have been his first ball for me.
Might we see this again during the appellate process?
No question. No question. If there's a conviction, that's why you make these objections. That's why you ask for the mistrial, because you're protecting the record. And that's an issue you want to take up on appeal.
We are going to make note of this, that we might see this issue again. This is the end of week 3, Ronnie. You created somewhat of a summary scorecard, if you will, to help us explain so we can see a comparison of what's been happening over the last few days.
A little bit. And I don't know if
we're going to take a look at that scorecard.
Let's take a look. And we'll revisit the scorecard.
Sure.
So from the state's point of view, it's a circumstantial evidence case. And what they're trying to do is stack that evidence, all right? When it's circumstantial and not direct, not DNA, not eyewitness, you need more, frankly, okay? So you can see on the left side that the state is trying to stack these elements of circumstantial evidence. Did Alex lure Maggie to the property? The kennel video is very damaging. Alex had said he wasn't present at the time. The kennel video makes it clear that that's not true.
Right, but we definitely, at least the witnesses have said that we could hear his voice, or they heard his voice, and most of them said 100% sure.
And not just heard his voice, but heard his voice in very close proximity to the time that we think the murders happened. So that's very problematic. A, why would you lie about your whereabouts? And B, we have you there in very close proximity to the crime itself. Right, we've got the ballistics evidence, we've got gunshot residue evidence. Again, on the state side, more is better. Now on the defense side, they're trying to create as many doubts as they possibly can. They only need one. right? So when you look at the two columns, they look somewhat balanced. But you got to keep in mind that any one of those on the defense side is enough to knock out everything on the state side. So yes, Team Murdaugh is trying to create as many different elements of reasonable doubt as they can. And the thought is, I don't have to sell any of them, but if you buy just one of them, it knocks out the entire state's case. And this would be a helpful thing to come back to maybe at the end of the case and see how this stacks up. How much evidence did we stack on the state side? Which of those reasonable doubts do we think are going to resonate with the jury?
All right, we are continuing to watch and learn. Ronnie Richter, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We look forward to speaking with you again next week.